Champions, Plum here, and welcome back to this week's vendor reset, the greatest on the interweb. It's October 14th, and today's vendor video will cover my top picks, hot ticket, interesting items, and must-buy gear for the week. Remember to show your support if you enjoy or find this video helpful. A simple like is all that it takes, and if you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe. Righto, the vendors have now reset, so let's get stuck straight in. Kicking things off this week, we're going to start at the Countdown vendor where we have the Thorn shotgun, and we've also got the Bobber chest. Haven't really used this talent much before. I feel like there's better chest options, but both of these items will be available at your Cassie Mendoza vendor from tomorrow. And the third item is a pinprick. Again, this is another item that I haven't really played around with too much. I think there's way better options. Keeping that all in mind, if any of these items tickle your pickle, feel free to pick them up. They will be here all week long and they will cost you 75 countdown credits each. Heading on over to the Haven now to see the lads, and first up we have Marco. He does have a M700 Carbon that's already got DTOC on it. Roll determined to it if you like. Not the hardest hitter of the sniper rifles, but still pretty decent. For the other guns, pretty average, and the gear as well, not great. However, down in our mod section, we do have a 6% healing mod for your healing chem launcher. 7.5% is the max. So I guess if you haven't really made a healer build before and you don't have a maxed out one of these, at least pick one up. Now popping in next door to see our old mate Roy, and first up for his guns, they aren't crash hot at all. And for the brand set items, again, nothing that great. A rolling mask, weapon damage, crit damage, roll on some crit chance or some headshot if you like. At our White House vendor this week, we have a mechanical animal, just drop on DTOC. For the other guns though, pretty average. 511 backpack is a cracker. Armor, repair skills, headshot damage, and ad rush. I love my headshot healer builds, and if you're looking at thinking outside the box and you want to give this one a crack, pick it up. And we've also got a not too shabby Araldi chest. Weapon damage, crit damage, you can roll on some crit chance, and it has trauma as a talent. Inside of our clan vendor this week, we have the cloak knee pads with that 50% reduced threat. For the gear set items, we have an Umbra backpack, weapon damage, weapon handling, breaking point gloves, weapon damage health, and a hardwired backpack, skill tier, and crit damage. As we quickly take a look at the other items here, the guns, pretty average, and the gear as well. The Gila backpack's not too shabby. Armor, hazard, crit chance, could roll on ad rush, but that is it. Over at the theater settlement, we have contractor's gloves. These ones come with skill haste, but you could easily swap that out for crit. For the other guns here, they are pretty mediocre, and the gear set pieces, the Langmo knee pads here aren't too shabby. Just remember that they're going to be competing against things like the Foxes and the Turmoils. Over at the castle now, we have the Tabula Rasa. It already has damage to armor on it, but I don't think this one's really worth it. The other guns here are pretty mid looking, and the Gila mask, you could make this double crit, but that is about it. At the campus now, and the named item is the cricket, no thanks. The other guns, pretty underwhelming, and the brand set pieces, yeah, pretty trash as well. Righto champions, now it's time for our Dark Zone vendors, and we are going to start at DZ West where we have the Baker's Dozen. As we quickly take a glance at the rest of the gear, remember DZ items cost DZ resources, so just double check them. We do have Yole gloves here, but they are looking pretty terrible, and that is about it. Shooting on down to DZ South, we have the Manic that already has DTOC on it, but skip it. The other guns, pretty average, and the gear as well. Yeah, not great. Wrapping up our Dark Zone vendors now, and we are at DZ East where we have a White Death. Unfortunately, this comes with health and spike. For the other guns, they're not looking too great, and for the other gear, there's nothing that special. And finishing up this week, we're at our Brooklyn vendor. So for the guns, there is nothing that piques my interest. Gear set pieces, I mean, DNH chest, again, crit damage, trauma. It might be very situational and work for some people. Zwadokia gloves, but just use the Eagle's Grasp if you're going to go for them. And a DNH holster, weapon damage and crit damage. Not completely terrible, but if you are going to make a pistol build, it's probably going to be a little bit tricky to pull away from the DNH name mask, the Punch Drunk. But sadly, champions, that is going to wrap it up for this week's vendor reset. If you're interested in the daily targeted loot, it is on your screen now. Thanks to everyone for tuning in, and make sure that you show your support by smashing the like button on this video, and if you haven't yet, make sure that you subscribe. Everyone's support is always greatly appreciated. Remember to stay frosty, keep looting, keep shooting, and giving them hell, and I hope to catch you all in the next one. I'm Plum out.